These players we've signed: cornerback Brian Mills, receiver Kevin White, defensive back Natrell Jamerson, tackle Jordan Mills, offensive lineman Caleb Beninock. We've waived injured Adonis Alexander, offensive lineman Michael Brown, and then we've just waived wide receiver Jake Lampman and defensive back Lawrence Woods. That puts us right at our 85 count. Any questions with today?
So what was about Kevin White that you all like?
Look, size, speed. He's young, and he's someone we'd like to work with. I like the way he runs. You see it on tape, and obviously he's a former first-round pick, so he's still a younger player.
Is Natrell someone you guys have just kind of kept an eye on since he's been here?
Say it again.
Jamerson, is he someone you guys just kind of kept an eye on since he's been here?
Yeah, and look, it's again trying to look at a vision and also look at the kicking game.
What was your area of focus? I saw you coaching up the wide receivers today. What was
so today's install was additional heavier personnel on first and second down. So some of it was oddball formations, but a lot of 3 tight end, 2 tight end, fullback offense, but still first and second down, and then there's some additional pass and run schemes that went in. We got a lot of red zone work, third down work, and then we just got to keep grinding on the 2-minute end of half and end of game situations.
So the receivers coming through in detail wise, like
yeah, listen, it's a good group. I thought today was a good day for them.
On that first bootleg that Vaughn defended in the preseason game, I think it might have been the second or third play of the game. Is that kind of just that play kind of emblematic of his growth he's made in the last?
Definitely. You got to remember he was an on-the-ball player at Wisconsin, so he's an on-the-ball kind of outside backer, rush type player, and now he's playing more in a stack, in a true linebacker position, different than what he knew and what he became comfortable with in college. So it was brought up in the meeting. We've seen definite growth with him in that role, and that was our vision when we drafted him.
Sean, have you seen growth from Ken Crawley just in his ability to get
I think so. I think so. He can run. He made a play today where it was a crossing route across the formation, and so his speed I think serves him well, and certainly his experience now. He's taking advantage of his snaps.
What are some of the keys, just like getting better at ball recognition?
Well, down the field, sometimes a lot of corners, defend well, and yet when the ball's thrown down the field, it's locating it, and then, how do I make a play on this ball? Sometimes it's for a turnover, sometimes it's just preventing a completion. But getting work at those down the field throws.
Sean, do you find yourself, I guess, a little bit more hands-on just because of the situation of this team and of this year? Do you find yourself coaching?
No, there's some days where it might be just something that I want to do relative to a position. I think all of us, our jobs are to coach and teach, and we all embrace that. And so sometimes, we'll have a tight end working with the O-line because of the technique, or vice versa. We'll have the tackles with a tight end coach. So there's some cross teaching, and then as the head coach, you're trying to pay attention to everyone.
Sean, you talked a lot about the energy from the linebackers in the preseason game and a lot of growth there. What have you seen from Michael Hodges that he brought to the group?
He's done a good job, and he's a high energy coach. I like that. He's positive. You hear him at practice, and I think that look, it spills over, and you're trying. You got to play this game with emotion. It's hard to play this game without it, and I like that emotion that he brings.
Sean, how important is it to see Tony Jones running in a game setting? That was the first time
he's having a good camp. Look, in last year, if you remember, before the Carolina game, with the COVID players that were all inactive, you know, we really went in with just Tony, and then Ty, we moved from receiver to running back. He took an early shot in that game, and he was all of a sudden out, so we were down to one runner. But I think he's having a good camp. He's each day you kind of see some flashes from him in the running game, even in the passing game. So we just got to keep working on the ball security. Obviously, there were some positives from the other night, and that's one where, you know, hopefully he can correct.
I think, you know, we can see the stuff stand out when he's got the ball in his hands, but is he picking up the other stuff you want him to do as well?
I think so. Yeah, he's smart. You know, he had a couple good downs of protection the other night. Yeah, I think he's progressing well. All right, thank you.